Next, we will hear from Carol Bowen with ABC.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the committee. For the record, my counterpart, Commissioner Watson, got the bill where everybody agreed, and so I will do my best to present you with the bill where we have a lot of differing opinions on this important legislation. I appreciate your consideration. This is one of ABC's top priorities this session, and I think I want to take a minute to just maybe hone in on what it is that we're looking to do. In the past few years, we have seen an increase in what we determine to be preconditions on the bidding process. If you're going to bid in certain areas, you're told you have to agree to hire from certain zip codes. You're told you have to agree to train people from a certain county or through an entity that exists in a certain county. Or you're told you have to agree to a privately negotiated and predetermined and mandatory employment benefit package. And what we're seeing and what the federal courts continue to do is say that the more hurdles and the more preconditions we're posing on companies who otherwise would be able to bid these public works, you are limiting the number of companies who are now able to bid. Your small businesses may not be able to agree to those predetermined and mandatory employee benefit packages. Oftentimes they're told they have to vet and hold job fairs and select their workers before they can even bid. Your small businesses oftentimes can't afford to do that. Some companies, the more that these hurdles come up, the more that they are told they have to do these 10 things before they bid, will simply decide, I don't have the manpower to be able to go through this process, but I am licensed and I want to bid, and so where does that leave me? I think I can clarify with this example. You would never say to public school district, the next time you do a search for your superintendent, you are limited to searching within the zip code where the school is. You simply wouldn't do that, because the school district is going to say to you, we want to be able to have an exhaustive search. We want to have the best of the best, and we want to do what's right for our taxpayers. And I would agree with you on that point. You might say to me, Ms. Bowen, you're comparing apples to oranges. I've heard that before, and that you can't possibly relate the construction of a school district to the management of a school district. And I would disagree, because in both instances, what we're talking about is the proper utilization of taxpayer dollars. We're talking about reviewing a job record and a skill set and your work product and your resume. All of these preconditions dictate whether or not you're willing to jump through hoops to bid. None of them speak to your ability to complete the project. And so what federal district courts throughout the nation are continuing to say is, look, the more that you whittle down who's willing and able to bid on these public projects, the more that you are interfering with the ability of people to secure work and of the ability to bid on the projects that they're licensed to do. And so all this bill really does is say we need to ease up on the hoops that you are putting on companies that have nothing to do with their ability, and you have to open up competition so that you are doing what is best for the taxpayers, so that you are allowing for the best of the best to compete for the work, for the jobs that you're paying for. We're not saying you can't find talent locally, but what we are saying is the more that you say you can only do it here, you can only hire here, you can only train here, the more that you're creating silos. And we do not benefit as a state, and we do not benefit as taxpayers if we are so micromanaging our public dollars to the point where only a few companies can bid work in each location. And so respectfully, I think that's what we're trying to do with this legislation. I'm available if there's any questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much.